Hey everyone. First off, I'd just like to apologize for the lack of videos recently. I've been trying to come up with some different types of videos to do, and that, along with some other things going on, caused me to lose that consistency, but I was able to keep up on shorts for the most part. And that's actually part of what this video is going to be about, consistency, and how I've recently felt like I've cracked the code on it for myself. And I don't think missing uploads will be as much of an issue in the future. I was planning on the title of this video being about laziness, and you'll see how that plays into this. I've always been a night owl, as a kid staying up late to play games or get a homework assignment done at the last minute. I'm sure many of you can relate to those. Even into adulthood, it remained my natural tendency, and I'm not sure if it's related or not, but I've always had a hard time waking up, especially early in the morning. I currently have 2 alarm clocks and I use my phone as well, and I often don't wake up until at least 15 minutes after they first go off. I am definitely the heaviest sleeper in my family, and that all of my friends know. The bright side of it is that I rarely ever wake up in the middle of the night, and once I do fall asleep, it's usually good quality. But as you can probably imagine, this has caused me to be late to or even miss things entirely that are early in the morning. And now that I'm self-employed, this isn't as much an issue for my work, but I do try to meet a friend at the gym early in the morning. Another issue I was having was the lack of quiet time to myself to work on videos for this channel and some other things as well. And just some time to rest and play games or watch YouTube without thinking about work like I have to during the day. A solution I had thought of but didn't take very seriously at first was to just stay up until the early morning hours and go to the gym before I go to bed and wake up around lunchtime and just work a swing shift. I've always found it much easier to stay up several hours than to wake up even just a few hours earlier. I didn't think that it would be very sustainable, but it turns out I was wrong about that. My sleep schedule got pretty messed up one week, and I was already awake at that time, so I decided to just try it, and it actually went pretty well, and I was still able to get plenty of work in the next day. So now I've tried it for a little over a week, and at the time of recording this, I haven't missed a single gym session, and I've had plenty of time to think about videos for this channel and to work on other endeavors as well. Initially, it felt extremely lazy to just not worry about having a normal sleep schedule and stay awake until a lot of people wake up, but it turns out it's made it way easier for me to get more work done than I usually do. So what did I learn from this that might help you guys? Do what works for you. I know it can be difficult depending on the responsibilities we have, but do your best to make the things you want to do easy for yourself. We hear all the time that consistency is key and that getting 1% better every day is the best way to get good at something. I actually heard an Aristotle quote about that recently that I really liked. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And I found that the best way to do that is to set your life up so that doing the thing you want to get better at feels as easy and as frictionless as possible. If you want to work out, go to the gym at the easiest time and when it feels the best, but still multiple times per week. Or maybe don't even go to the gym. Do push-ups and sit-ups in between show episodes or matches in a video game, and just replace your chair or couch with a stationary bike. If you want to eat better, then put healthy food at the front of the fridge or the cupboard, or better yet, right on your desk so you don't even have to get up. It also gets a lot easier if you don't shop hungry and only buy healthy food, but I know that's not always possible depending on your living situation. But regardless of your living situation, there is almost always going to be something you can do to make things easier for yourself. And this works for everything digital as well. If you want to read more, maybe leave audiobooks open on your phone and close or even delete your music app temporarily. If you want to get more work done or maybe apply for jobs, close everything on your computer except for that thing, and then when you come back to it, that's the first thing you'll see. I think you get the idea. Use your laziness to your advantage rather than giving yourself a hard time about it. Self-awareness like this can be one of the most powerful tools for making yourself better. Oftentimes, the path of least resistance is the most detrimental one for us to take, but it's almost always the one we do take. And I think that's why this is so helpful. It turns what was the worst thing to do into the best thing to do, all by sort of tricking yourself and taking advantage of your laziness. If it helps, you can just think of it as efficiency and not laziness, or working smarter and not harder. But I think that's all I have for this one. I hope it helps, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.